So this is my very first look at Ghost of Yotei on PS5 Pro, running on a Ray Tracing Pro, which is high quality lighting that targets 60 frames per second on intermediate resolution, only available on PlayStation 5 Pro consoles. So let's see how it looks at 60 frames per second with this spectral super resolution AI upscaling. So let's see how it looks. I'm recording this in 4K, so I hope you guys are watching this in 4K. Recording directly from PS5 Pro. All right, the first thing I notice is the reflection. 60 frames per second and the reflection on the water. Right here on the water, I noticed immediately just how good the reflection is. So that's the first thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed, well, actually, this should have been the first thing. The first thing that I noticed is how sharp the image is because of this upscaling. And then the second thing is the reflection. So, two things I noticed. One is the way the detail is sharpened on the television, okay? And the second is the reflection. And then you combine it with 60 frames per second, and you have yourself an amazing quality here. All right, let's go proceed and fight the snake. I think this is the first enemy that we have to fight. This will be a short video, not a long video. It's just, me testing it out, my first impressions. Okay, there will be more videos. Also keep in mind, to truly appreciate PS5 Pro, you're also going to need a capable 4K TV. Now, I have a pretty good 4K LG OLED TV. Okay, I have three 4K LG OLED TVs, so I have pretty good 4K television in order for me to appreciate this. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be buying this console, you also have to make sure that you have a TV capable of producing that detail. Okay?
Get inside now.
Do I think this is worth $900? No. Okay, I would say 600 at best. I would say this console should be 600 at best. Like, it should be 600. $600, sure. You get a better quality, better detail, because you have to consider the fact that you also will need a TV that will have to support this detail. But 900, no. 600, yes. What about 700? Okay, fine. 700, that's the original price, right? 700, fine. But I would still say 600 should be a sweet spot.
Stranger.
But 900, like, with tax and everything, $957, that's just ridiculous. By now you're probably asking, but why did you buy it? So I can check it out, so I can see it, so I can see what's the whole big deal. Is it really worth it? Is it not worth it? And that's what I'm doing. I have 30 days. I can return this. I have 30 days. I bought it in Walmart. I can return it. I have 30 days. Within few days, I'll know exactly how I feel about this console. Is it worth it? Not worth it? But I have plenty of games to test, so I have 30 days, so I have plenty of time to test whatever I need to test. And then I think by Monday, I'll probably have a pretty good idea as to like how I feel about this PS5 Pro. This is just my first test,
Bring her to the boss.
He likes it rough around the edges.
All right, let's fight. Oh,
What the? She killed him. You are going to regret that.
oh, I have to admit, man, the performance and detail, I'm not going to lie, looks great.
Snakes in there. He should be drunk by now.
This looks amazing. It really does. But again, you can buy like a cheap $400 Walmart TV and then connect the PS5 Pro. If you're doing that, then you're not going to see a difference. Or if you're connecting it to some cheap monitor, you're not going to see a difference. Understand this. And I think it's important that I emphasize on this video, because I'm Mr. 4K upscaler. I've been doing this for 12 years. Television is very important for these new consoles. Even your Xbox Series X, same goes with your regular PS5 and your, of course, PS5 Pro. To take the full advantage, you need a really good TV. This is something that Digital Foundry also needs to. It's funny about Digital Foundry, they never really emphasize on that you need a really good TV to take the advantage of PS5 Pro. You know. All right, who's next? Who's next in the menu here? Now, having 2 terabytes on the PS5 Pro really helps. I cannot tell you how amazing it is to be able to have, 2 terabytes and then download all these games. If you just look at Assassin's Creed Shadows is like what? 140 gigabytes. This is like what? 90 gigabytes. There will be more videos of this game. This is just my first test, okay? Same thing with the Assassin's Creed Shadows. There will be a lot of videos, okay? But I will have to repeat the same thing like a broken CD record. You need a really good TV to appreciate this. What kind of, well, if you have a C2, yeah, LG C2, great. Even CX, C10, CX, great. Of course, if you got the latest and the greatest of LG OLED TVs, then yeah. It doesn't necessarily has to be LG OLED. It could be a Samsung, it could be Sony, right? But as long as it's a really good TV, a good 4K TV, then you are going to appreciate what the PS5 Pro has to offer. But if you don't have the TV, then you're not going to see the detail, and you're not going to appreciate the detail and the ray tracing and HDR and, 60 frames per second,
I will
right?
take your head.
But is there a difference? Of course, and it should be a difference.
Crazy bitch.
Just keep in mind, this is my very first test. I know for some of you this is nothing new, but you have to understand, I was not able to purchase this PS5 Pro until now. It took me a couple of years, Am I going to keep it? I don't know. Like I said, I have 30 days. I'll make a decision, by Monday if I want to keep it or not. You know what I mean? The only reason I bought it is to test it. I want to test it. I want to see it for myself instead of watching Digital Foundry and other people. I want to see things for myself. I'm one of those guys who likes to try things out for myself instead of just listening to other people's opinions, you know.
Whole family. But here you are, the swordsmith's daughter.
All right, Snake. Well, let's finish you off and then let's end this video.
Is
Keep in mind, this video it's in 4K. All right, Snake. Enough of chit chat. Show me what you've got. Come on. Come on.
Didn't want to fight me when I am sober. Did you dream of this?
Wow, the detail is amazing, dude. The HDR, the ray tracing, and 60 frames per second with all this detail really makes this game look and shine.
So long to come home.
But then again, I'm enjoying this because I have a really good TV. If you got like a cheap, like Walmart TV, I've seen people buy a PS5 Pro and then they buy a cheap Walmart TV for $400. I was like, dude, what are you doing? You can take the advantage of what
You should have stayed.
PS5 Pro has to offer unless you have a really good TV.
No! No!
Wow, look at this. This looks amazing. This looks amazing. Nice. Finish that bastard. He killed her parents. Yotei is a great game. Honestly, it's very underrated. Yotei is very underrated. And it looks amazing on a PS5 Pro. Wow. Amazing. Simply amazing.
She died.
She cannot die. She's the ghost of Yotei. The ghost of Yotei never dies. It hunts you down like a John Wick, Baba Yaga. This is a Japanese Baba Yaga. Nice. Looks amazing.
A ghost.
Wow. And this is where the game starts. I love the opening. It's almost like a Quentin Tarantino film. Wow, look at this. Amazing. Oh my God. This is... I have to admit, man, PS5 Pro, you know, this game... But you have to understand, this game was tailor-made for PS5 Pro. Not every game is going to look like this, but that's why I got this PS5 Pro. To see it for myself. And... wow, just wow. But keep in mind, you need a good television to take the advantage of PS5 Pro.
Any ideas, boy? Where do we find the rest of the Yote 6?
And that's what I want to say before I end this video. And this is my first test. There will be more tests, obviously. There's so many games I need to test. I haven't even made a decision if I'm going to keep it or not. But and you will hear me repeat this many times. To appreciate PS5 Pro, you will need a really good TV. And that's a lot of money. So not only do you need to spend close to $1,000 on a PS5 Pro, but you also will need to spend an additional, like, $2,000 to get the really good TV. I don't know, maybe you can find a C2 or you know, one of those old C2 LG OLEDs for like you know, 1600. I don't know, like maybe a 32-inch for like 1600 or something like that. But still, you're looking altogether, you're looking close to 2600. So, you know, this is expensive, but it looks great. Now, if you already have a good TV, then sure, you're going to appreciate this. You know, I'm just saying this for everyone who's thinking about buying this and they don't have a good TV. Don't bother buying a PS5 Pro because you're not going to see that difference. I just want to really point this out. And I'm surprised that no one on the YouTube has pointed this out, like this obvious elephant in the room. If you don't have a good TV, don't bother buying the PS5 Pro. You need a really good TV to appreciate the detail, to take full advantage of the detail. All right, well, that's the end of the video. It's my very first look, and it's impressive. Not going to lie. It's very impressive, okay? But that's because I have a really good TV, okay? If I didn't have a good TV, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I'd be like, well, it looks the same. So, all right, well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.